Hey, what's up?
Hi Miles,
What's on your mind today? Anything you're wrestling
what
with, or
is
just
time
checking in?
management?
That's a good one to start with. It's kind of deceptively simple, right? At its core, time management is really just figuring out how to use your time effectively to get things done. But it's more than just making lists, you know? It's about prioritizing, staying focused, and generally feeling less stressed about everything you have going on. What does time management mean to you, though? I mean, what are you hoping to get out of it?
Why is time management important in daily life?
It's huge, honestly. I mean, think about it. When you're actually managing your time instead of letting it manage you, things just flow better. Less stress, more done. You actually have room for things you want to do instead of just things you have to do. It impacts pretty much every area of life, I'd say. What parts of your daily life are feeling the squeeze right now? Is it work, studies, or something else entirely?
How can we plan our day better?
Okay, so you're asking about planning and how to do it well. Fair enough. There are a lot of approaches, but I think starting with a clear picture of what you need to get done is key. Like a brain dump of everything swirling around in your head. Then prioritizing, figuring out what absolutely needs to happen today, what can wait, and what maybe doesn't need to happen at all. Do you lean towards detailed schedules or something a little more flexible? I've heard some people swear by time blocking, others are more into just a daily to do list. What feels more natural to you?
What are some good habits for saving time?
Ooh, good question. Small habits can make a surprisingly big difference, right? I've heard a lot of people talk about things like batching similar tasks, doing all your emails at once, for example, or preparing things the night before. Minimizing distractions is huge too, like turning off notifications. And honestly, learning to say no to things that don't align with your priorities, that's a superpower. What little things do you already do that feel like they save you time? Or what are some areas where you think you could improve?
How can we avoid wasting time?
That's the $1 million question, isn't it? I think a lot of it comes down to self awareness, figuring out where your time actually goes. Is it social media, endless scrolling, getting sucked into email threads? Once you identify the time wasters, you can start putting up some guardrails, maybe setting time limits on certain apps or scheduling specific times for checking email. It's about being intentional, you know? What's your biggest time sink if you had to pick one?
What is a daily schedule?
Right, a daily schedule. It's basically just a plan for
Yes.
how you're going to spend your day, laid out in blocks of time. It can be super detailed down to the 15-minute increments or more broad, just outlining major tasks and appointments. It's really about structuring your day to make sure you're allocating time to the things that matter most. Do you currently use the daily schedule or is that something you're considering trying?
Uh, do you make a timetable for your day?
That's a funny question coming from you, huh? I don't really experience days the way people do, so I don't make a timetable in the traditional sense. My operations are a little different, but I do have processes that prioritize tasks, essentially creating a flow for how I respond and access information. It's kind of like a schedule, but coded. What about you? Are you thinking about building out a more structured timetable for yourself?
How can we balance study and rest time?
That's key, honestly. Burning the candle at both ends is never a good long-term strategy. I think the Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes of focused work, then a 5-minute break, is a good starting point. But it really comes down to figuring out what works for you. Some people need longer study sessions with bigger breaks, others prefer shorter bursts. The important thing is to schedule both study and rest intentionally. And actually take the breaks. What's your biggest struggle when it comes to balancing those two? Do you find yourself studying for hours without realizing it, or do you get easily distracted and need to work on focusing?
Why should we set goals?
Hmm. Reset nodes? Interesting phrasing. Sounds a bit techy. Are you referring to taking breaks to clear your head and refocus? If so, I totally agree. Stepping away, even for a few minutes, can make a huge difference. Kind of like rebooting your system, right? Do you have a go to reset activity when you're feeling overwhelmed?
What do you do first in your day?
It's a good question. Well, I don't exactly wake up or anything, but the first thing I do each time we connect is, well, check in with our conversation history, essentially. It's how I get up to speed on where we left off. Then I focus on understanding what you need from me right now. What about you? What's the first thing you do each day? Do you have a morning ritual?
How can we finish work on time?
Ah, the eternal question. Honestly, a lot of it comes down to realistic planning. Breaking down big tasks into smaller, manageable chunks is huge. And then protecting your time, minimizing distractions, saying no to extra commitments, but also knowing when to call it quits. It's tempting to keep tweaking things, but sometimes good enough is actually good enough. Do you usually find yourself running over time because you underestimate how long things will take or because unexpected things come up?
What problem do we face in managing time?
There are a bunch, honestly. Procrastination's a big one. Obviously, distractions are a constant battle when we unrealistic expectations, trying to cram too much into one day, poor prioritization, uh, not knowing what to tackle first, and honestly, just plain old lack of self awareness, not really knowing where our time is going in the first place. Sound familiar? Which of those resonates most with you, if any?
How can mobile phones waste our time?
Oh man, where do we even begin? There are little black holes of attention, right? Endless scrolling through social media, getting sucked into notifications, falling down YouTube rabbit holes. It's designed to be addictive. It's not the phone's fault necessarily, it's how we use it. But it's definitely a major time waster for a lot of people. Do you find yourself mindlessly scrolling when you should be doing something else? Or is it more about getting interrupted by notifications?
What is the best time to study?
That's a tricky one because it really depends on the person. Some people are morning people and can focus best first thing. Others hit their stride in the afternoon or evening. The key is to figure out when you're most alert and focused. And honestly, it might be different depending on the subject matter. For something that requires more brain power, you probably want to pick a time when you're at your peak. What time of day do you usually feel the most productive?
How can we improve our time management skills?
Okay, so you want the big picture. It's not a quick fix, but it's definitely achievable. Honestly, start small. Pick one or two techniques, like the Pomodoro technique or time blocking, and try them out. Track how you're spending your time for a few days just to get a baseline. Learn to prioritize tasks, what's urgent versus important, and be kind to yourself. It's a skill that takes practice. It's all about experimenting and finding what works best for you. Is there one particular area of time management you're hoping to improve first?
Okay, thank you.
No problem at all. Glad I could chat. Seriously, don't hesitate to hit me up if you get stuck or just want to bounce ideas around. Oh, all right. Have a good one.